What's up, boys? Let's talk loot. Now, obviously, with Factory, it doesn't have an endless amount of riches. I get people asking, why do you like looting Factory, okay? And I'm telling you, there's nothing quite like the thrill of moving through the map, looting, killing PMCs, trying to minimize angles so that you can get through safely, and trying to get a raid backpack or a pilgrim just full of the crummiest Factory loot that you can imagine. And I want to show you how. Number one, we're going to do my personal loot run that runs you through Factory, touches about probably 80 to 90% of the map. Section 2, we'll talk about the rest of the map that I don't cover in Section 1. And then number 3, we will do a live raid at the end just to demonstrate what we've talked about. With all that being said, if you're ready, will you please join me in Factory and let's see what we can find. I've just spawned into a Factory offline. We're currently stood outside of Gate 3 right now, just for reference. I'm not going to start the proper recording here, though. I'm going to run over to Safe Room on the top level of Office. The reason being is that most of my Factory raids revolve around the Safe Room, getting there first, fighting off other players, and then when the dust settles, doing my loot run as quickly and efficiently as possible. Typically quicker than when player scavs start to spawn in, because that's when things get a bit hairy. Okay, so let's assume you're a couple of minutes in, you've done your battling, the dust has settled, and you're good to go, right? So, first of all, the beloved safe. Okay, loot that. You've got your two coats here. You have loose weapon parts that can spawn around here, and you've got 2 sets of filing cabinets, right? Open the door, and I am actually going to go to Gate 0 side first. But before I do that, make sure you check this shelving here and over here as well, because you can get quite a large amount of items, like safe items or entire guns. I pick arse asses up from here all the time. And first thing I'm going to do is launch myself out towards Gate 0. Gate 0 extract being just in that corner. And I'm going to touch these 2 wooden crates here, being mindful of the open window before I get my head taken off. Then you can give yourself a bit of parkour. Get this weapon box here, okay? You're then going to turn around and you're going to hit this wooden crate here. Right, before moving on, I'm going to very quickly open this door and I'm going to touch this wooden crate here. Okay, I'm not going to touch the bottom level of office yet. I'll show you that at the end. Okay, so I'm now going to rush as quickly as I can up here, jump over, and you've got a quick wooden crate here, being mindful of the fact that you can get killed from an infinite amount of areas. I'm going to come around here, down the stairs, and you've got another wooden crate. You also can come in here, and you've got the dead scav, and you've got some loose loot that can spawn around here. Right, now I'm going to... this is Gate 1, by the way, just for reference. I'm going to come into new area here. So you've got the medical tent, and you actually have a weapon box on here. So loot that. Going to take this route here, and this is one of my favorite things to loot in the map. It is the medical crate. Make sure you hit this. You are also going to come through to here. You have a medical bag here, and you actually have this here. I have never seen loot in there, but, you know, have a look. Maybe one day. You have loose medical that can spawn all around here and here, so just make sure you give that a check. Now, before I move into the rest of new area, I'm actually going to bomb it down here to the underground. And we're going to hit another wooden crate. I'm then going to run around here, and you've got a grenade crate. Or grenade box. Make sure you hit that. You also have loose loot that spawns across here. I can typically find a lot of ammo in these boxes, so just peek your head in here. There you go. We've got 30 rounds of BP right there. And now onto my second favorite thing to loot, the technical crate. Make sure you loot this, please. Keeping momentum as quick as I can. Before I move into this area, I'm actually going to go back into a new area. So there's the medical tent. There's the ramp we went down. Going to move as quick as I can to, yes, you guessed it, another wooden crate. There you go. I'm also then going to run across here. You've got a toolbox under here that people typically don't know about. Always find things in there, no matter how late into the raid I'm in. Across here, you get loose spawns. I've actually found a bottle of whiskey here the other day, so make sure you check that. So, that's gate 3, where we started the video. Before I move on that way, though, I'm going to quickly run this way, because you have a weapon box just here. Then, open this door. Loose spawns on there. I'm going to run over here, check in here for anything. And then you've got 2 more codes, right? This is Death Corner, by the way, or I call it Death Corner. Running up Glass Hall as quick as I can. And instead of turning right for gate 3, I'm going to turn left again. If you remember, we just walked through new area to here, through here. So we're now going to go into here. You have another wooden crate. So make sure you check that. This is what I call central staircase. People seem to know what I mean when I say that, but yeah, you walk into here and you've got 2 codes, right? You then walk through here and you've got, yes, more wooden crates. Love it. Right? Yeah, and then if you remember, we didn't touch the bottom level of office, so we are now going to run through here. And I'm going to check the whole of wooden... I've got wooden crates on the mine, people. I'm going to check the bottom level of office. So, loose loot, duffel bag. Coming into here, loose loot all around. Please use your cursor to just scrape over everything, see if anything pops up. You have another wooden crate. 2 coats here. Okay. Now, this is loose loot central, all right? I want you to check every shelving unit and everything on the floor, okay? You do have a toolbox in here. And loose loot, I find a lot of stuff here, right in this position. But again, just glance at all these shelvings, okay? Just glance at everything. Same in here. Nothing lootable, but loose loot is all around, okay? So make sure you're checking across here. You are also going to then come up here. And on your way out of gate 3, just hit this wooden crate here. And also this one here. And then that's when I will typically leave. But that's if I needed to. If I was going to loot all of that, I would typically have a raid backpack. And I might not even fill it. But anything smaller than a backpack, I would say make sure you're measuring how much you're looting. Because if you remember my loot run, there's plenty of times if I've killed maybe a player or 2 that I might be over in this corner looting up medical, and I might find that I'm good to go. So if I am good to go, if I'm full up on loot, I will typically just leave out of the extraction here, the medical tent extraction. Alright? Okay, so that is my entire loot run. I will now show you other parts of the map that I typically don't touch or I don't see much value in. Okay, so just coming up here, you may have noticed that I completely missed out this level, the middle level of office. And the reason for that is I just don't find loot in here. And I don't think it's a good tactical advantage to use this level at all. You can, if you're looking to flank from one side or the other, you can use the rafters here. Or you can just go through the bottom floor of office. Next, just coming up on the pumping station. This is something else that I never ever use. So you've got 2 keys for it for some reason. You have pumping front and back. You would need the back for here, but you only need one or the other key to open and get in. But again, I would recommend you leave this completely, guys. It does have loose loot spawns. So you've actually got a kite gunpowder here. But again, with the bathroom level, I don't find it a tactical advantage much. You can be seen in any direction really, and the loot I'm surprised there's a gunpowder in here, to be honest, because it can be quite empty. So another place I wanted to show you was just the top of central staircase here. In fact, anywhere to do with the rafters up here, right? I didn't really include much footage because there's not a lot of loot to be found up here, but there are some good items you can find if you do find the time, or you just find yourself up here on a scav, right? So you do get level 2 packers, you do get 3M armors. I've seen items here, I've seen items over there, but I don't really check up here too often. There's just not a lot going on, other than tactical advantage. I'm up here all the time to shoot people, but in terms of loot, not too important. But there is something you want to check, and I am glad it spawned in, because if you come over here, there is an armor repair kit right here, and that's good money, so make sure you pick this up. So we're back onto the top floor of office. I wanted to show you these 2 rooms. If you want to open this, you need your factory key, the same key that you use for the extractions, like gate 0, gate 0, medical tent, or underneath death corner. But if you come into here, again, I really just wouldn't recommend you come in here. It takes up time, but if you have a look around, you can get things like weapon parts on the shelving. Just hover your mouse over it everywhere. You've got a coat in here as well, so you can check that if you need to. So moving on from this factory key door here, you do have the boot down door that you need to breach, but I've already breached it. So just coming into here, I really wouldn't bother having a look around here for loot specifically. You can get loot spawns, but again, other than a tactical advantage, you can see into safe room here. I just wouldn't bother with this room when it comes to loot. Okay, just a quick one. I should have mentioned this on the loot run. You can find a armor repair kit here. Just one more thing as well. Just coming into central staircase. I didn't mention this box here because it's quite awkward and out of my way for my loot run. So you can jump over here and hit this weapon box here. But the amount of times I've died looting this weapon box, I've had to come out of my way, jump over, make a sound on the barbed wire. I typically don't hit this, but just so you're aware it exists, it's there. So I think I've covered most of the map, but you know, this is Escape from Tarkov. They're constantly adding new items, expanding loot pools. You know, there might just be a rare spawn here one day. Who knows, right? But there's going to be things that I've missed, even though I've played an ungodly amount of factories. So if you know of any other locations that I might have missed, I invite you to post it in the comments. Alright, so got lucky with the spawn.
Oi. Oi.
What?
Fuck. Hey. Hello?
What?
I'm unarmed. Can I come in?
You what?
Shooting at me. Hey, don't shoot.
No mercy. Okay, I've got one guy to the left, one to the right. Who's gonna win this exchange? I need to kill the other one. Okay. See ya, boys. Now we're pretty much battling against time for when scav players come in. Please, scav, I'm recording footage, mate. I do not have time to tango. Bearing in mind that I haven't looted any of those guys either, so... Like I said, if you're full up by the time you reach medical, get straight out of medical. There we go. That's it. So obviously you cut that short. If you were full up by the time you got to gate 0, if you were full up by the time you got to medical tent, or if you're full up by the time you got to underground death corner, right? But if you do still have room, by the time you get here, that's it. That's the whole loot path. Thank you very much for watching that video, boys. And if you want to keep up with the next episodes of this factory series I'm putting out, we're going to be talking about weapons and what weapon builds you should be bringing into factory. In regards to this video, if you think there's any loot that I may have missed, then please put it in the comments. If you would be so kind as to subscribe to the YouTube channel and come check us out on Twitch whenever we're next live, and we'll see you there. Bye-bye.